And welcome back to another video on Respect and to another edition of AEW Dynamite Out of 10, and a monster 8-man tag headline this show as the world champion MJF team with 3 partners of his choosing to battle Bullet Club Gold. We also saw the International Women's Championship defended, as well as a shock ROH title change. But we started things off with the International title match, Cassidy versus Castagnoli. Freshly squeezed overcame an aggressive and physically dominant performance by Castagnoli, who overwhelmed the champion with his power advantage. As he's so often done, the title holder proved his resiliency, or absorbing everything thrown at him and countering an attempted pop-up uppercut with head scissors takeover for the win. The defeat is devastating for Castagnoli. He's lost more than he won of late and risks falling into the pack despite being one of the best wrestlers on the roster. For Castagnoli, continue the story of resilience and underrated toughness that he's dominated throughout the last year. And yeah, post-match beatdown by Moxley and the backstage challenge all but confirmed these two will run back their all-out main event at Full Gear, which I don't think anyone's going to be opposed to. That's going to be a brilliant match. Just like this was, a brilliant start to Dynamite, as we've seen Cassidy so often do. Bit of a shame for Claudio to have to lose, but I think, Cassidy getting a win, continuing his title reign, it makes sense. Before it's time for the Hung Bucks versus the Gates of Agony for the ROH 6-man titles. Late in the bout, Page tagged in and appeared to be the man driven by revenge. A distraction by Swerve drove him away from the ring and left the Young Bucks to endure the punishment of a 3-on-2 advantage. Mogul Embassy made nice work of the outmatched babyfaces and pinned Nick Jackson to score the win and regain the championship. An infuriated Matt Jackson tore the ringside area apart while Alex Excalibur explained away the frustration of Strickland's actions towards Page. Maybe it was a result of Swerve being the best heel in the company. Perhaps it was a result of the latest career disappointment in a series. Could we be seeing the beginnings of a Young Bucks heel turn? And a little bit they did backstage with Kenny certainly suggests that could be the case. So let's get 7 out of 10 from me. A shock title change, but I'm not against it. It leads the Elite to do what they need to do. They always felt bigger than that belt. So for me it makes perfect sense. Christian Cage, Luchasaurus and Nick Wayne interrupting the promo from Adam Copeland with the TNT champion vowing to break the neck of his former friend. For a moment it looked like he may succeed before Sting and Darby Allin hit the ring to make the save. The Razor superstar ultimately obliterated Cage with a spear and offered to partner Sting and Allin at Full Gear. He stared the heels down to close things out. The predictable segment that delivered the outcome most expected, with Copeland joining his fellow babyfaces for Full Gear, setting up a showdown between him and Cage. The predictability is not necessarily a bad thing because it delivered a logistical turn and sets up a big pay-per-view showdown. The match with the moving pieces from forward involved a crowd that we eager to see Copeland and Cage, long history, writing its latest chapter, and it's worthy on any card, so I'm not against it at all. Moving on into Jericho and Kenny Omega versus Parker and Matt Menard. Callis, Takeshita, Carl Fletcher and Hobbs were on commentary, hoping to get a bird's eye view of the match, and the babyfaces withstood everything their opponents threw at them, including a shot to the head with a base of that, and scored the win off the Jesus effect from Jericho to Parker. But the match was secondary to the announcement that followed, with the revelation of a street fight in 2 weeks' time that will pit the Don Callis family against Omega, Jericho, Kota Ibushi and Paul White. Yes, we're about to see another 50-something star on television, where there's a roster full of bright, young and exciting names. The booking decision makes sense in the context of the story, Jericho having a bigger friend than Hobbs, but is it really necessary? White's a legend and of course a Hall of Famer of the future, but is anyone clamoring to see his return? It'll be nice to see him back, but just felt like maybe the spotlight could have gone to someone else. At least the street fight will allow him to mask any weaknesses, the idea of the Callis family potentially losing some mismatch in baby faces maybe doesn't bode well, so we'll have to see where it goes, but I'm not convinced by this if I'm being brutally honest. I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. Hikaru Shida then took on Widow Nightingale, successfully retaining her title in a hard-fought match that proved dramatic down the stretch. After the bout, we saw the latest from Toni Storm, who chased to the back by the champion, as well as Sky Blue spraying blue mist in the face of the returning Julia Hart. But first match, Shida and Nightingale was over the fun contest, but the outcome was never in question, and that is a problem. At some point, Widow needs to win one of these matches to really build her up in the eyes of the fans. Sure, AEW can turn it into a storyline at some point, but it feels like the fan sentiment for the moment to happen was already worn off to its depth. The stuff of Storm continues to be great, however, even in a small dose like this. The post-match interview involving Nightingale, Blue and Hart equally solid, as it gave the women's division a secondary program fans can invest in instead of everything centering around the title. So that bit I kind of like. I kind of like what they're doing in general here. I thought it was a fun match, fun person, so 7 out of 10. But the hunt for 3 partners left MJF beaten down and discouraged, and he eventually came up with a one trio that repeatedly offered his services to his dismay, the Acclaimed and Daddy Arse. The foursome battled Bullet Club Gold in the main event. An action-packed bout culminated with a hot MJF tag Later, in an erratic barrage by the world champion, an emphatic Blade Runner and pinfall victory by White. The acclaimed Elios fanned off Robinson and the Guns, leaving White to tease a shot at the AEW title. Instead, Max Caster threw himself in the way and took the blow from Jeff before he had escaped up the ramp. White taking the pin was decisive as he did, was a nice change of pace. MJF doesn't lose, so yeah, that means something for sure. Switchblade may not feel like he has a chance to win, especially with the revelation that World's End will take place on December the 30th, but it goes a long way in building belief he might. The staff caster proving himself to MJF, then the four-way scissor at the end of the broadcast was further evidence of the champion's growth and evolution since forming his friendship with Adam Cole. He's more willing to accept others, which he wouldn't have done 4 months ago. It's deliberate storytelling that hopefully has a payoff worthy of the time invested. So yeah, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10 from me. I thought, yeah, Jay White pinning MJF was a big deal. The hump for the tag partners throughout the night was good as well. So yeah, I thought on the whole it worked quite nicely and definitely building up nicely. That's a full gear match, which I'm looking forward to. So yeah. Overall, AEW Dynamite gets a 7 out of 10 from me. Yeah, I thought a really solid episode of Dynamite this week. Really enjoyed the main event. Some booking decisions throughout the night maybe are questionable, like Paul White coming back, etc., etc. But I thought most of the stuff we got, the Copeland Christian bit was fun and forever. The opening match was really good. She the Nightingale was enjoyable. So yeah, I enjoyed it on the whole mostly. But anyway, guys, that's it. Thanks so much for watching. Share, subscribe, links to daily wrestling news and subscribe to the channel. It's going to be greatly appreciated. Thanks so much for watching. Peace out.